How many of you have heard the song Promises, Promises? Or how many of you have made a quote and you said, I promise you we can get it delivered in a certain amount of time, and you didn't reach that day? It's always good when we do reach the day, or even early, but how can we make sure that we're going to? Well, Datanomix, we got Brendan here today, and we're going to talk about how we can be a bit more precise instead of just assuming, guessing, or going on traditional knowledge when it comes to our machining understanding in our shops and go, you know what, Mr. Customer, you know what, Mrs. Customer, we can do it for you in 1 week, guaranteed. Look at my software, look at what's running today and what we have going on. Obviously, I'm a bit of an exaggerated version of what's going on, and Brendan will calm me down a little bit. Brendan, when we talk about Datanomix, when we talk about communication, which is oh so very important, how does Datanomix help us communicate better with our customers?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question, Tony. So Datanomix, we're always connected to your machines. We know what jobs you're running. We see that job come back again. We're like a fitness watch. We know what a good day is, what a bad day is. And for better or for worse, we can now understand what that impacts to your schedule. So if you have a critical job coming up and you need 600 pieces by next Friday, we'll automatically track you against the standards we've seen so far. So you can see on the screen here, we've got a couple jobs running a couple days behind. And then because we know what a good utilization threshold is for you to meet that goal of next Friday, we'll say, hey, you're at 40% utilization on that job right now. It might be a little unrealistic for you to hit that goal, but if you do really want to march towards it, you should be tracking more towards like 60% utilization for that job.
So gathering that information allows us to communicate better, because then we can decide at that point, do we want to add another machine, implement another machine into the process? Do we want to lengthen the lead time instead of making promises we cannot deliver? It may be possibly, because you guys are great with what you do at Datanomix, change some of the parameters of the program and be able to speed up that program, focusing on some of the tool cutting paths and that kind of thing. But it all goes into the world of just understanding more to communicate better, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, promises, promises. That's exactly right, Tony. You get a customer call, hey, I need 400 pieces. I think I can do this. I'm not really sure. You plug it in, you have answers right away. So you can immediately know we're not going to hit that. You can either communicate that with your customer and manage expectations, right? Or you can make an adjustment. Hey, I'm going to pull someone off second shift to first. I'm going to make sure we have the bodies we need to get this done.
Yeah, and you guys have some great partners out there as well. I won't name them all, but going with them, now we're quoting correctly, now we're doing timing correctly, now we're understanding the shop correctly. And you mentioned being able to communicate with the customer right away. It's a topic that a good friend of ours, Mr. McHale, and I have discussed several times, but I think it's important for us to reiterate right now with the audience as well. What are your 3 quick wins that you guys keep hitting on? Because we're thinking about winning, we're thinking about quick, we want to get to the customer. What are your 3 quick wins?
Yeah, so great point, Tony. It's all about getting immediate time savings back. Manufacturing people are busy. You've got a million things to do, and they're coming in all different sorts of order. Our Quick Wins program is an easy crawl, walk, run approach to machine monitoring. We just focus first on stop machines, so just broadcasting what's stopped, how long has it been stopped for, and why is it stopped. And we're able to see why it's stopped through some of the MOs, M1s in your programs. We can automatically extract out the comments, so you're not punching in all that manual data entry. So that's our first quick win, is just the stop machines and automatically telling you why. Our second quick win is setting up notifications for critical pieces of equipment. You have a key job or a palletized machining center that's set up to run for, over the weekend, for a long weekend, and you want to make sure that, if this thing gets hung up on an alarm or at any part in the process, you want to be notified. So we set you up with easy, simple notifications and also escalating notifications. So the supervisor might get notified first, then a production manager comes over, and if it's been down for an additional 30 minutes, now the plant manager is standing right in front of that machine. So it just raises awareness, raises visibility. Those are the first 2 quick wins. The third one is tracking when we're getting into cycle at the beginning of each shift. Do we have machines warmed up on time? There is a lot of time available for you to get more parts back through the shop just by focusing on some easy behavioral things. It's not meant to be a punishment tool. It's just, hey, why are we doing it this way when we could just set it up this way first? So we get you some time back beginning of shift, and then we also look at the end of the shift. Where are we shutting down, 30, 45 minutes early because we thought we had to bring these parts over here for washing or get this over here. Do we really need to do that? Could we have stayed in cycle for an additional 20, 30 minutes? And that's money back in your pocket.
3 quick wins, and thanks to you, my friend, I have 1 quick win today with the audience. Absolutely appreciate your time.
You bet.
For everyone out there, if you're tired of machine monitoring that gives you so much data, you need a full team to figure it out, or machine monitoring that just shows you that a green light is blinking or a red light is there, if you're trying to dive in and communicate a bit better with your customers, your people on the shop floor, take a look at Datanomix. It's datanomix.io. Give them a shout. Great company. Brendan, again, thank you so much for this quick win, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.
You bet. Promises, promises, Tony. Absolutely.
Promises, promises. Why do I believe?